Hi guys, it's Steve with Ringing Steel. I'm here with this micrometer. It's a Marathon 4 micrometer 3500 handpiece. I highly recommend. You saw me do the unboxing and whatnot of this deal. One of the things that I didn't mention in that video is that it comes with the 3/32 collet chuck. So your standard 1/8 bits don't fit. I know you've seen me using it. Almost all of my bits are 1/8, so I had to go in and I had to modify some. You can see if I can get this thing to put that up. I chucked that sucker up. Oh, bang. Dropped it. So I chucked that thing up in the lathe, used a tool post grinder to grind it down to keep it concentric, and that way I could continue working with it. But I got the new collets in today. Unfortunately, they came all the way from China. Took like 2.5 weeks to get here. But it is what it is. So, going over changing that today, what we're going to do, your handpiece came with some wrenches, so you're going to need those. It should have came with a just a piece of round stock that fits in the collet. You're going to want that, and you're also going to want an 1/8" bit. So now what you're going to do is you're going to, using this guy right here, let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. Okay, and we're just going to go in here and we're going to pop this top loose. And this guy just unscrews here. There's a spring in there. There is also a little brass piece. Take note of which way that gets oriented. I guess one thing I probably should have mentioned here is that I have made sure that I have unplugged my handpiece. That way if I accidentally step on the foot pedal that's down on the ground, nothing goes on. So, now, again with the tools that they sent us, this has a little deal right here. That's for your collet. Your collet will fit right into that little triangle right there. So I'm just going to stick that in there, right? And then your other wrench has this little end, and it goes into this little white plastic piece down here. Now when I first got this thing, according to the directions, this is how you take it apart, but that little white plastic piece was so tight that it was stripping out and deforming when I used this. I had to get a pair of pliers on there, carefully grip it so that it didn't slip, and then pop it loose, and it popped loose. And you'll hear it when I do this one, or maybe see it. Hear that pop? And so you really you don't need to over tighten these. Okay, so we loosen that up. That'll slide out. And then in the front here, your collet and everything will slide out. Okay, we'll set that down. We got our new collet here. I'm going to put a bit in it. You always want to have a bit in it when you're changing your collets. That way you don't crush your collet. And put that back in there. I'm going to stick this piece back in here. And see that whole thing just kind of pop forward a little bit. And I'm just going to kind of give it a little hand tight until I feel like I've got a little bit of pressure there, and I need to hold on to it with the wrench. And same deal, we just slide that into that triangle. And I just hold it like that. That way I can keep it in the triangle I don't know if you see how I've got that situated in my hand, the bit sticking out the backside and whatnot. And just wind up toy that sucker all the way in there till you get it firm, and you're just going to want to just give it a little snug. You know, not much. It's plastic, so don't go crazy with it. Okay, now this guy back in there the same way we had it. That just goes right on there. A little bit of spring tension, so just hold it in as you screw it in. Put our wrench back up here on the top of the handpiece. Oh, come on now. I'm not a big fan of these types of wrenches, these cheap pressed out. A little bit of snug. Don't go crazy with it. Okay, now I'm going to look at that, make sure my collet, my burr's outside of my collet. Okay. Plug this guy back in. Man, that runs nice and true, pretty, good to go. So, pardon me. There we go. That's how you change the collet on the Marathon 4 micrometer handpiece. So, if you order these things, like I said, it was kind of difficult to find these collets. I found them on eBay. Best of luck to you guys in your search. But that's where I found them. So, yeah. So there we go. Now I've marked that, so I've got my 2 different size collets there. And that's about all she wrote. So we'll put our tools away. You don't want to lose those. That little triangle piece there is going to, you want to hang on to that. Alrighty guys, well thanks for tuning in, thanks for checking this out. There's a link for this, the Marathon 4 rotary tool in the description. If you want it, I highly recommend it. It's super handy, it's easy to operate. The flex, this is the cord for the flex shaft. That thing is, there's no resistance to it at all. You have complete control here in your handpiece, and it is very nice. Plus, super quiet compared to my other one. That's very nice as well. So, alrighty guys, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. Talk to you later.